Hi friends, welcome to my channel, YiaYia's Heart Tarot. Today I'm bringing you midweek messages. These are messages from the beyond to help you work through any challenges that you might be having this week. So we're going to do two readings today. I'm not going to do any impressions from meditation because I am a little short on time today and I really didn't get a lot of strong impressions anyway in the brief meditation that I did. So we're just going to jump right into the readings. The two readings that we're going to be doing today is group number one is a Polychrome Jasper Gallet, and group two is a Dragon's Blood Jasper Worry Stone. So Polychrome or Desert Jasper Gallet and a Dragon's Blood Worry Stone. So take whatever time you need to decide on which group you'd like to hear. Certainly if you'd like to listen to both groups, that's fine as well. As always, the readings will be linked, the groups will be linked in the description below to a timestamp. So once you decide which group you'd like to listen to, simply drop down into the description box below and click on the timestamp. It'll take you directly to your reading. That way you won't have to scan through any of the video. And if you need to pause the video to make your choice, that's fine. And I will see you at your reading. Hi group one, this is your reading, the Polychrome Jasper Gallet reading. The first message that we would like to get is, what issue or challenge are you dealing with this week? Spirit, what issues or challenges is group one dealing with this week, please, that they would like some help with? Okay. We've got the Hermit, we've got Temperance, and the Three of Wands. The Hermit, Temperance, and the Three of Wands. You are juggling some issues this week that are sort of testing your patience. You are feeling like you just want to sort of pull into yourself. You wish that people would kind of leave you alone. And so that's kind of the issue that you're dealing with right now. You've got several things going at once, and trying to keep all of them in line is really, really, again, just testing your patience. It's tricky for you to, every time you start to work on one, the other one requires some sort of attention. So you are finding yourself being maybe a little snappish with people. You may be kind of creating a mood that keeps people at arm's length. You really don't feel like you have the time to chat with anybody. You don't have the time to socialize. You're just kind of trying to stay within yourself to kind of keep everything in check, to not you feel as though if you do anything extra, if you do anything but focus on these tasks at hand, that you're either going to lose control of everything or you're just not going to have enough time to get done what you need to get done. So that's the issue that you're dealing with this week, that you would like some help with. So Spirit, what is group one hoping to accomplish this week? What are they hoping to accomplish? Group one, what are you hoping to accomplish this week? Okay, we've got the Princess of Swords, we've got the Six of Swords, and we have the Magician. So you are hoping to work a little mental magic this week. You feel as though whatever these projects or these issues that are pressing to you, whatever they are, you're not quite sure how to solve them. Nobody is quite sure how to solve them. It's kind of a, we're here, we need to get there, but we have no idea what's in between. And so what you're hoping to accomplish this week is you are hoping to have some flashes of brilliance You're hoping to run across the information that you need, or to figure something out that you're not quite sure what that is or what it needs to be. But the long and the short of it is you're kind of feeling like you need a miracle right now to get all of this done. And it's going to take a fresh, insightful approach to making all of this fit together and making it all work. And so that's what you're hoping to accomplish. You're hoping to figure out what that piece is that will make all of this work together, excuse me, to get you to your end result. So that is what you're hoping to accomplish this week. So Spirit, what is Group 1 doing that's working for them? What are they doing that is working for them? What's Group 1 doing that is working for them this week? Okay, so we got the Lovers and we got the Three of Swords. So what you're doing this week that is working for you is you're trying really, really hard not to hurt the feelings of the people that you have to work with, or that the people that you live with, or just whoever you have to deal with on a day-to-day, whether that's your work companions or whether that's the people at home. What is working for you is really being mindful about not letting all of this spill over to other people and saying anything hurtful or doing anything hurtful to them because of your own frustration. So that's what you're doing that's working for you this week. Definitely need to keep that up. And with all of the things that you're trying to juggle, it may be tricky. Because you may be sort of quick to anger, your temper might be quick to flash, just because you're so stressed, because you've got so much on your plate and you're really trying to focus on this. So any sort of, interruption from anyone outside of what you're trying to focus on might cause you to have some kind of snappy responses. And so you're working very hard not to do that, because you know that if you say something rashly, it may be taken wrong, or you may even say something that's a little hurtful without even thinking too much about it. And you can't take it back once you do that. So what's working for you this week is being very mindful of not lashing out at the people who matter to you. So Spirit, what is Group 1 doing that's not working for them this week? What are they doing that is not working for them? Okay. So we got the Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. I feel like what you're doing that's not working for you is to dig in your heels and think that you're the only one that can solve this problem and you know best, and nothing anybody else says is going to be worth listening to, or if someone proposes something that's not the way you're thinking might work for this, you are sort of shutting them down and dismissing them out of hand without even listening to what they might have to say. So I feel like that is what you're doing that's not working for you. You're not being open to other suggestions from other people. It's probably kind of stress related because you've got an idea and you think that that's the way to go, but you're not sure how to make it work. So you feel like when somebody introduces something different, that's just muddying the waters, and it's creating even more stress, and it's pulling you farther away from where you think you want to go. But what you are trying to do may or may not work, and input from others might actually help. So by shutting those people down and not listening to what they have to say and thinking that only the way that you want this to work is the only way that it will work, even though you can't quite figure out how to make that work, by that mindset, the thinking, that my way is the only way, and not even entertaining the thought of listening to anybody else, or if you do listen to somebody else, you really aren't listening, you're just letting them say their piece and your mind is somewhere else and you're not actually listening, that's not working for you. There may be some good ideas that others have that's going to help the project along. So even though you feel like you're just really strapped on time and you're stressed, and you're short on patience, really, if you can step back and kind of listen if somebody else brings something to you, and really give it some consideration, that might actually help you find the answer to the issue. So shutting people down is not working for you this week. So Spirit, what is Group 1's gut trying to tell them? What's your intuition trying to tell you, Group 1? What is your gut telling you about this situation? Okay, so we got the High Priestess and we got the Tower. So what your gut is telling you is that this problem, the way it's set up and what you're trying to get to is not really possible. I hate to say that, but it may be that you don't have the resources to actually make this work out. It might be that there is a piece of the puzzle that's missing. It might be that it just isn't something that at the present is ever going to work. And it might be that it's not the best thing to actually get to where you think you need to get to. It might actually not be what you need. It might look like what you need to solve this particular problem or to solve everybody's problem. It could be that you have discussed with the powers that be, and they say, yeah, we need to get here. We need to be here. And so you're trying to figure out a way to get from here to there. But it may be that there is not really the best place to be. There's a good chance that once you reach this pinnacle that you're striving for, it's actually not going to be sustainable or stable and could come crashing down. So it might be that you just might need to rethink what it is you're trying to do. If this situation continues to be untenable and you continue to not be able to find an answer or a solution that works smoothly, it could be because what you're trying to get to is not going to work either. It could be that the end that you're striving for actually is not something that will even work. Or if it does work, it's not going to be the answer to what you think it's going to be. It's what you're hoping to achieve or what someone is telling you to achieve is really not what it looks like. And so it might be time to stop and reassess what it is you're trying to get to. Excuse me, the fact that it's something that really isn't going to work out the way everybody wants it to work out might be the reason that it's so hard to get to in the first place. So that's what your gut is telling you. So listen to your gut. So what advice does your spirit team have for you, Group 1? What advice does your spirit team have for you? Okay. We got the Prince of Pentacles. We got the Judgment card. We got the Five of Swords. And the Empress. Well, the Prince of Pentacles, which was the first card that came out, and the Five of Swords are telling you that you need to slow your roll. Basically kind of what we've been talking about here, that by setting your sights on the end result that you want to the exclusion of all else, is actually jeopardizing what you're trying to do, or it is jeopardizing you, because it's not going to potentially lead to a successful outcome. You may be wasting your time and a lot of energy and undergoing a lot of stress for something that's not going to work out in the long run. So you need to reassess the situation. Before you put any more effort into this, really stop and reassess the end point that you're trying to get to. Is it really going to be what you want? Are you missing something? Is there something that you're not seeing, or that whoever has tasked you with this is not seeing? Is there something that everybody is missing? So it probably would be a good idea to stop and kind of reassess the situation where you're trying to get to, and because it's not what you think it's going to be. It's not going to turn out the way everybody wants it to turn out. The Empress card is confusing me, so let's get some additional clarification on that. Spirit, can you give us some additional clarification, please, on the Empress? Okay. So, for clarification, we got the Chariot, we got the Eight of Swords, and we got the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, so what this is saying is that the Eight of Swords and the Chariot is saying to stop moving forward. Hold yourself back. So again, back to, slow your roll. Stop. Just take a break. Quit just running roughshod straight ahead, thinking that, at all costs, we've got to get to this point. So what this is saying is that by stopping your forward progression, you are going to find a much different solution than the one that you're looking for, that's actually going to end up being more profitable, or at least leading to something that ultimately will be more profitable. I'm still a little confused on that. Spirit, could we get some more clarification, please, on the Empress? I'm still not entirely clear on that one. Oh. Okay, hang on. We got the Princess of Wands and we got the Princess of Cups as a clarification, as well as the Sun for the Empress. So this is actually a person. The Empress, the Princess of Wands, and the Princess of Cups. This is an individual who is, and also the Sun. We also got the Sun. So there's someone involved in this situation that's a really happy woman. She is very sort of motherly sort of figure. She's kind of, if this is a work situation, she's kind of the one who always takes care of everybody. She maybe brings in cookies. She helps you out if you've got, she's the one that will stay late to get some stuff done, or if you've got more on your plate, when she finishes her work, she'll come and help you with your work. So that person is going to be the answer to this situation. They're going to have some input. Back here when we talked about shutting down anybody who brings you additional input is not working for you this week, she's going to be the one that's going to bring you some input that's going to shift the direction of whatever this project is or whatever this task is that you have to do. She's going to be the one that's going to come in and she's going to bring in some sort of a suggestion that's going to lead to the solution of this problem. And she may be the last person that you would expect, because I'm kind of getting the feeling from some of the initial cards that we got here that this is a very lofty, intellectual, data-driven possibly situation, or something that's going to take a whole lot of working out and lots of moving pieces and that sort of thing to get this figured out. And she is probably oftentimes just more of kind of a helpful individual. She's usually not necessarily like somebody who leads the group or who, has these flash of inspiration kind of ideas. She's not, fiery or exciting. She's just a very happy person. She's a very kind person, but she's also a very practical individual. And she's going to say something or do something that is going to, like, turn on the light bulb. She's going to be the one that's going to give you the key to unlocking the situation. Most likely she's going to have some insight on the end result that you're trying to get to. And it's probably just going to be some off-the-cuff comment, not, hey, here's what we should do, but it'll be more something like, well, I always thought blah, blah, blah. So that's what that means. That's what that's talking about. So slow down, slow your roll, stop where you're going, take a moment and listen to this individual, because she's going to help change the course of what you're trying to do and make it much more successful for you. So that is what your spirit team is telling you to pay attention to right now. So, Spirit, what is the best way for Group 1 to proceed now? What's the best way for them to proceed? How should they move forward? Okay, so we got the Queen of Wands and we got the Seven of Cups. The best way for you to move forward right now is to scrap the project. Sorry, hate to say that. There are too many variables that just aren't working out with this. And so the best way to move forward right now is to, like, kind of dump what you're doing right now and go back to the inspiration stage, the planning stage, the figuring out stage, and not even planning and figuring out. That's not even where we want to be yet. We're actually going clear back to the idea phase of this situation. So whatever it is that has been put into action already is just not working out, and it's not going to work out. So what needs to happen is that needs to be dumped, and you need to go back to the, hey, what do we really want to accomplish with this? What is doable? What is reasonable? What is best for us? We need to re-examine where we really want to be and get some more ideas on where to go from here. So that's the way to proceed. And so, Spirit, could you give us a few signs that Group 1 can look for to know that they're on the right track? What are some signs that they can watch for to help them make decisions and to know that they're on the right page, the right track? Oops. Okay, let's see what we've got here. We have got all kinds of nighttime symbols here. We've got moons and stars, very, very prominent moons and stars. So, and sun. So, which also is a star. So, something to watch for are symbols like moon and stars. So if you see, say there's a license plate that has a star on it, or just anything that has a picture of a moon and star on it, or if if you hear someone who has the name Star, or just anything along those lines that has to do with moon and star that jumps out at you. That is something to watch for, to know that that's a symbol for you, to give you a heads up or a hey there, that you're on the right track. We've also got a couple of cards that are twos. The Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. These are all about balance, so and juggling things. And so if you're seeing things that are prominently twos, but also if you're seeing things that are like polar opposites, if you walk into a room and there's wallpaper that is very prominent black and white stripes, or if there is, some place has got, like, along the front of a counter, there's a whole bunch of polka dots, and then on another wall there's a bunch of triangles, and then there's another wall that's a bunch of squares. Things that are sort of geometric opposites, or literal scales. If you see, if there are, if there's like an antique scale somewhere, or you go somewhere and they're weighing things on a scale, or if you see a fish tank and there's a fish that has really prominent, beautifully colored scales. Okay, so that could be a sign for you. We also have, let's see, green. I'm seeing green is quite prominent on a bunch of these cards. So green things could be a sign for you. Anything that has to do with green, the actual color green. If you're driving along and you see a really unusually green car, maybe, bright neon green that you don't typically see somewhere. That could be a sign for you as well. We have got, they're actually phoenixes. So phoenix could be a sign for you, or some sort of a bird reminiscent of a large bird like that, a hawk, an eagle, anything like that. This one also has what appears to be bees or dragonflies. So, anything like that shows up out of the blue could be a sign for you. We've also got a sheep on this one. Sheep, we've got a couple of fish, we've got some dogs and wolves, we've got some dolphins. So it could be that there will be some sort of an animal sign for you. If you see an animal where you don't normally see, like if you walk out your door and there's a deer in the neighbor's yard or something along those lines, that could be a sign for you as well. Let's see. We have we've got docks in a couple of these. So if you find yourself walking on a boardwalk or on a dock somewhere, or if you're leafing through a magazine and you see a picture of a beautiful dock or pier or something like that that catches your eye, that could be a sign that you're on the right track. So there's some signs for you to watch out for. Of course, there may be other synchronicities that will catch your eye, or you can ask for a particular sign. Hey, if this is the right decision, then show me a cardinal or something along those lines. So Spirit, what outcome can Group 1 look forward to this week? What outcome can they look forward to? What outcome for the week can they look forward to? Okay, so we got the 5 of Cups. the Five of Cups gives us some disappointment, but there's also potential in the Five of Cups. So basically, this kind of goes along with what we've been talking about. Excuse me, there may be some disappointment because the project that you thought was going to be, this lofty goal or something that you were trying to get to isn't really going to work out. But there's still potential there. And so by catching this early in the week and realizing that, hey, this may not be the right direction that we're going. We might need to shift directions. And in fact, that's exactly what this other card says is the Fool. The Fool is starting off in a new direction. They're starting off fearlessly. They're starting off on a new great adventure, but it's a new direction. So that's the outcome that you can expect this week. There's going to be some disappointment because what you thought you were trying to do and what you've put some energy into already is not going to work out. But there's potential. You can shift to a new direction, and that will be the start of a new hopeful direction to go. So let's take a look at the card that we got pulled ahead of time. This is from the Wild Unknown Spirit Guide, Animal Spirit Guidebook, and we got Cheetah. Cheetah is the card that we pulled. So let's see what Cheetah has to say. Excuse me, my voice is getting really scratchy. So let's see here. If I can figure this out. How to find this card. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I apologize. This is always a little tricky because they don't actually list these in the table of contents and they're not in a particular order. So tracking them down. Here we go. Cheetah. Solar force, action, achievement, masculine energy. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah, it shines from inside this great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. The energy within a cheetah personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. When in balance, achieves anything, boundless energy. When out of balance, impatient and competitive. To bring into balance, reconnect with purpose. So that's basically what we've been talking about in this reading. Right now you're out of balance, so you're impatient, you're competitive, and in order to come back into balance, you have to reconnect to the purpose. The purpose here, like we talked about, is not it's not valid, it's not real, it's not appropriate. So go back to the drawing board, reconnect to the purpose, understand what the purpose really needs to be, and then by reconnecting to that, you'll become in balance, and at that point, you can achieve anything and you have boundless energy. So great card to finish up that reading. I hope this helps you with your week. It's always a little tricky doing this reading because it typically deals with snags that people are running into, and so the outcome is usually not entirely positive, but I feel like this one has given a good direction to go to kind of cut your losses and move in a better direction than what's giving you trouble right now. So I hope that this has helped you this week. I love to do these readings for you, and I welcome you back anytime you need any additional guidance. So good luck with your week. Bye-bye. Hi, Group 2. This is your reading, the Dragon's Blood Worry Stone reading. The first question that we're going to ask is, what issues or challenges is Group 2 facing this week that they would like some help with? What issues or challenges are you dealing with, Group 2, that you would like some help with this week? So we have got the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. So we've got 2 nines here. So whatever this challenge is, you're coming to the end of it. You're getting close to being done with it. This is something that's been plaguing you for a while now. It is causing you some emotional, I don't know that I'd say distress, but heaviness. And so you are really like working hard to get through whatever this is. I feel like there's something that is just, it's just like a ton of work. It's so much work. It's an incredibly long project. It's heavy. It's cumbersome. This could be like an accounting inventory type of a project or something along those lines. I feel as though, when I say it's causing you emotional heaviness, I don't feel like this is like sadness or depression or grief or anger or anything like that. I just feel like it's just draining you. Whatever this is just sapping you and draining you, and you're just tired of it and you just want to be done with it. Whatever it is, you just want to be done. It's just really, really heavy. It's such a heavy task. But you're almost there. You are closing in on being finished with whatever this heavy task is. This has been going on for way too long for you, whatever this is. So that's what you're dealing with this week as far as challenges or issues. And so, Spirit, what is Group 2 hoping to accomplish this week? What are they hoping to accomplish? What is Group 2 hoping to accomplish? Interesting. We got the 5 of Cups as well as the Sun. The 5 of Cups and the Sun. So really, what you're hoping to accomplish is just to get done with this. I need some more clarity on this, please, Spirit. I'll get some more clarity on what Group 2 is hoping to accomplish this week. You're wanting to get done with this and you want to get some more energy. Okay, yeah. You want to get finished with this task. You want to, because you feel like it's just absolutely draining the life out of you. And you would like to be able to start something new. You've got other projects that you would like to get to, but you can't until you get this finished. So what you're hoping to get done this week, this maze here, is just, you feel like you've just been going around and around and around and around with this task. You just want to get it done. You want it to stop sapping all of your energy. You want to get some more energy back again, and you'd like to start something new. That's what you're hoping to accomplish this week. So, Spirit, what is Group 1 doing that's working for them? What are they doing that is working for them? Two of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Strength card. Okay, so what's working for you is you are drawing upon your inner strength just to keep going. You are moving forward. You're plugging along. You're getting this done. It's taking every ounce of strength that you have, but you are continuing to move forward. That's what you're doing that's working for you this week. So, Spirit, what is Group 2 doing that is not working for them this week? What are they doing that's not working for them? What is Group 2 doing that is not working for them? Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. What you're doing that's not working for you is you're being stingy about something. You are sitting on... I feel like you're not letting anybody help you with this task. I feel like this task would go so much faster if you would just let somebody help you with it. But you're kind of in that, no, it's my job, I'll do it, I'll get it done, don't worry. You're just don't want to burden anybody else with it, and so you are just kind of hanging on to this, but it's just dragging on forever. And there are people who are willing to help you. So if you would allow them to help you, this would get done. You could move on to some new things, and it's really not that much of a burden for them. Because if a number of people would pitch in with this, and they're willing to do that, it would get done just much, much more quickly, and then everyone could move on to doing the other projects that they want to get done. So that's what you're doing that's not working for you. You're not allowing anybody to help you with this. So Spirit, what is Group 2's gut telling them about this situation? What is their intuition telling them about this situation? What is their gut or their intuition telling them about this situation? I think I need to use a different deck. Let's go with this one. What is Group 2's gut or intuition telling them about this situation, Spirit? Please and thank you. Yeah, so again, you're tying your own hands by trying to do this solo. By trying to do it all yourself, you are tying yourself up. You are slowing the process down considerably than what it could be. And it's causing you this just draining of all your energy because it's just dragging on for so long. But this is really self-imposed. People have offered to help. If you would just let them help, then things would be done. It's not the end of the world to let them help. It's not going to look bad on you, not at all. Everybody knows how terrible this task is, and they're willing to help you get it done. So that's what your gut is telling you, what your intuition is telling you about this. So Spirit, what advice does Group 2's Spirit team have for them with regard to this situation? What advice does their Spirit team have for them? Yeah, so again, we got this energy of something that is just sapping you, and we got this energy of the sun. We got the sun card again. The sun card again. So the situation is really, really draining you of all your happiness unnecessarily. So you just, whatever you can do to get out from this situation, it's been going on long enough. It's really draining you more than maybe even you realize. So, this is the second time we've seen the sun card. This is really important to you. Evidently, you need to get your energy back. You need to get some happiness back in your life. And this particular task is just stealing that from you. So that's what your Spirit team wants you to know, that this is really draining you, maybe even more than you realize. On the bottom of the deck, we got the Wheel of Fortune. So move forward with this. Don't keep going around and around and around and think that this will eventually find its way to a conclusion the way you're doing it now, because it will probably eventually, but it's just taking so much longer, and you're hurting yourself by staying in this task as long as you have, when you could be getting some help and finishing up. And if you deplete yourself to a point that there's just nothing left, that even if you finish up this task, you might not even have the energy to replenish yourself. So don't let this energy continue to drain away, but until it gets to the point that there's no return. So put a stop to whatever this is that's draining you. Ask for help. It just flashed to me that this might be an emotional issue. This could be, a situation of grief or depression or something like that too, that's just been going on for a very, very long time, and you've been trying to handle it yourself. Don't. Reach out for the help that's being offered you. Take the help that's being offered you. So if that's the situation, definitely take that help, because the more that happiness and that energy drains away, the harder it is to get it back again. So don't wait until you've drained yourself to the point that you can't come back from it. So what is the best way for group 2 to proceed, Spirit? What is the best way for them to proceed? Yeah. So again, the best way for you to proceed is to take some of the task yourself, but leave some of it behind for other people to help you with. Look to your friends, look to the people who love you and support you. Let them do part of the work, and refill yourself back up. This could also be an individual. This could be a person, someone who's just, very steady in your life, someone who is, they're just kind of a salt of the earth kind of an individual. Could be this guy here that just works really, really hard. Let that person help you. This 2 of Cups card here, this is someone that loves you very much. This is a relationship that's very supportive to you. So let that individual help you. Take what you can and leave the rest behind for someone else to clean up, to do the work. Or, if this is an emotional burden, there's only so much that you can carry of an emotional burden, and eventually you're going to have to ask for help. There's nothing shameful in asking for help. There's nothing weak about asking for help. There is this individual who's there, just wanting to help you, standing by, and they're there in your corner. So turn to them when you need to. Don't get so far down the energy ladder that you can't climb back up again. So Spirit, what are some signs that group 2 can look for to let them know that they're on the right track, to help them make the right decision, to give them guidance? What are some signs that they can look for? I think again we're going to go with a different deck for this one in particular. This is a very rich deck here, so this one will give us lots of good signs to watch for. Okay. Okay, so we have got a snake on this card. So if you see any sort of a snake, a serpent, an eel, a lizard, anything along those lines, picture of one or something that slithers out from somewhere, perhaps startles you. We've got this one with flowers growing up from unexpected places. So if you see flowers somewhere that you're not expecting to see flowers, that could be a sign. Whatever you're thinking about at that moment, that's the right thing. A mask here, that could be a sign. Passing someplace where people are getting like facials done, so they have a mask on, or if there's some show where people are wearing masks or about a mask. We have got these 2 bald-headed guys. So if you see someone with a bald head, or perhaps a number of people, if you walk into a restaurant and suddenly you notice that there's 3 tables where the guys are bald-headed, or perhaps even a woman who's going through some sort of treatment and has lost her hair, but some way that a bald head stands out to you. That could be a sign for you. We've got some kind of rocky, mountainous images here. Also, these are very colorful, so rainbow type images. So those could be some signs for you. We have got like just an opening here with stars shining through. So if you were to wake up in the middle of the night and happen to glance out your window and see stars twinkling, just, if the clouds suddenly part and you see a few stars, that could be a sign for you. We've got the color green pretty prominent on some of these. So if green presents in an unusual way for you, that could be a sign. This guy's actually got green hair. So if you see somebody who's got really unusually colored hair, if you see somebody who has bright pink or bright green or blue hair, that could also be a sign for you. We have got, let's see what numbers, we've got 2 2s here. So if you see something related to the number 2, and that could be like a duality, that could be a balance, that could be opposites. We actually talked about this in the previous group. We had a sign of 2s. So if you see, the example that I used in the last group is if you walk into someplace and they have a wallpaper that has maybe very prominent black and then white stripes, black, white, so that it's opposites and balanced, that could be a sign that you're on the right track, or if you're having trouble making a decision, that might point you in the right direction. We've got a couple of these that have bright lights on them. So if you see a sudden flash of light, that could be lightning. It could be that someone takes some sort of a picture with a flash. I don't even know if people do that anymore. Or if, something sparks unexpectedly, or if a candle flares up as you walk by, anything like that, that's kind of a bright light out of the blue. There's a rattle on the end of this snake's tail, a rattlesnake, obviously. So if you hear a rattle noise, that could be something to let you know that you're on the right path as well. So there's some signs for you to look out for. And so the last messages that we'd like to get, please, Spirit, are what is the outcome for group 2? What is the outcome for them with regard to this situation? What will be the outcome? All right. Okay, we got some big signs here. We've got one of the first ones that popped out is guilt. And so I feel as though not letting someone else help you might have something to do with guilt. You would feel guilty if you ask someone to help you with whatever this problem is. But here's the thing. By going with the flow and trusting that someone else can help you, you're going to gain a much greater understanding of the situation. And there is an individual, this individual that we talked about earlier, who's going to have a very, very strong understanding of this situation. They're going to have the words that will let you know, or they're going to have the skills that will give you the help. They've got whatever it is that you need to get past this situation. That this person that you can turn to, this person that we talked about earlier, this person that we talked about when we talked about the way to proceed, to reach out for help. This person that is there for you is going to know exactly how to handle this situation, how to help you through it, how to help you finish it, because it's to a point where, like I said earlier, we've seen all kinds of 9s in this reading, and that means you're about to finish the cycle. You're almost through with this. So let this individual, whoever this is, let them help you. Don't block them out because you feel like it's unfair to ask them for help. Here's the thing about asking them for help. It's not even a big deal to them, because this is something that they know they've got. It's easy. It comes so easy to them. It just flows to them. It flows to them easily. They just know what it is that you know. And so it's not like you're asking them to do something that's hard for them. You're really asking them for what they already have for you. And they're just waiting for you to reach out. So that's the outcome for your week. Reach out for this individual. They're there. They're going to help you. They, again, we see all these 9s. This is going to be the key to finishing this up. And you really need to do that so that you gain this understanding. And let's get back to the sun cards. Let's get back to that happiness. Let's regain some of that energy for you. So that, I think, is a really important reading for you. I hope that this helps. Let's take a look at the card that we got, and how fitting. We got the vulture. Is the card that we got. Now let's read what the book says about the vulture. But the one thing about the vulture is that the vulture, it completes the cycle of life. A lot of people have sort of an aversion to vultures because they eat carrion, they eat decaying meat. But what they do is they clean up the death. They clean it up so that things can be clean and clear and rise again. So let's take a look and see what the book says about the vulture. Okay, the vulture, the guardian and purifier, essential for rebalance. So this card is really meant for you, because that's what you need to do. You're depleting yourself, so you need to rebalance. The vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. The vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued. What you thought was a mistake or a tragedy is a blessing in disguise. So when in balance, it clarifies and reveals wisdom. When out of balance, it's dramatic and aggressive. And to bring it into balance, clean your space, sage, rebalance your energy. And so that's what this reading is really all about. You are depleting yourself. You're getting out of balance. Whatever this task is that's just been drawing on and dragging on, or these emotions that have been dragging and drawing and dragging you down, this heaviness. It's getting you out of balance. It's depleting you. You need to rebalance your system. And in order to do that, let this individual reach out and let this individual help you. They're there for you. They know what to do. They say or do just the right thing. They've done it for you before, I feel like. I feel like they have done that before for you, and they're going to be there again. So get out of yourself. Don't be so locked in. Reach out to them, and they will help you through this situation. So I hope that this was helpful for you. I really, really wish you the best with this situation, and I think that it's going to get better. I mean, all of the 9s are saying you're almost to the end of this, but reach out for that help, because it looks like you need it right now. So again, I hope that this has been helpful for you. I love to read for you, and I welcome you back anytime you need any sort of guidance. So good luck with your week, and I hope everything works out. Thanks. Bye-bye.